The Dance of the Dragons was a terrible time. Brother fought sister, dragon fought dragon. And in the midst of this fiery chaos stood Unwin Peake. House Peake hailed from the Reach. Their roots were deep, and their reputation was a legacy of cunning and ruthlessness. As head of his house, Unwin was leader of Starpike, Dunstanbury and Whitegrove. When war came to the Reach, he carried the weight of responsibility to his people and the safety of all his realm. But he also understood that playing the Game of Thrones meant always seeking the advantage for himself and his house. Backing the victor meant securing a place of prominence in the new regime. So, during the Dance of the Dragons, Unwin didn't hesitate to side with self-proclaimed king, Aegon Targaryen. Unwin marched forth with 1,000 men, joining the king's Hightower host. When the Hightower generals fell after the first battle of Tumbleton, Unwin wasn't shy about claiming leadership over the host for himself. He quarrelled with other would-be successors and even stabbed one in the eye with a dagger. But Unwin Peake was not a man of loud words or impulsive actions. He observed, he planned, and he acted when it mattered. Upon learning of the unrest in King's Landing, for example, Unwin wished to march on the capital immediately. The War Council refused. Predictably, there was a second Battle of Tumbleton, and this time it was the king's rivals who prevailed. With that, Unwin abandoned the campaign, departed from Tumbleton, and returned home. He may have been a strategist and a shrewd leader, but above all, Unwin was a survivor. At war's end, with the late king's nephew sitting the Iron Throne, Unwin Peake leveraged past loyalty and manoeuvred himself into the position of hand. With that, he undid all the Child King's appointments, filled vacancies with family members and friends, and sent the boy's military allies on suicide missions across the land. Rumours swirled that he even had the little queen killed in hopes of replacing her with a daughter of his own, going so far as to declare the children's betrothal. His fellow lords refused, and the young king's closest surviving family intervened with a betrothal of their own. Once again, Unwin's efforts towards power came to an abrupt halt, and once again he lived to fight another day, resigning from his post and departing for home. Unwin's legacy is a warning of the price of ambition and untempered aspiration. And when playing the Game of Thrones, his is a survival lesson on how to timely depart.